All right, what is up, Big 12 fans and Baylor fans? Baylor just picked up an edge rusher in Emar'rion Winston from Oregon. I'm excited to dive in and talk about him today. Before we get into it, guys, make sure you smash that like button. That's going to help get the video out to more Big 12 fans and Baylor fans or fans of whatever Big 12 team you're a fan of. Also, comment down below as you watch the video. Give me your thoughts on Emar'rion Winston. Is he an immediate playmaker? Is he a depth piece? I want to know what you're thinking. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We put out a ton of Big 12 content. Go just look at today. Very, very fun, guys. Seriously, if you're into lots of recruiting and football content, this is the place to be, and you're going to want to stick around. Hit the notification bell so you always get updates when we drop a new video. Also, we are a part of the 1012 network. The 1012 network is sponsored by Charlie Hustle. Go to charliehustle.com. They've got amazing clothes. They're vintage, made fresh. Really, really nice stuff. Use code 101215 at checkout for 15% off any non-sale items. Really great quality. Again, that's charliehustle.com. Vintage, made fresh. Use code 101215 at checkout for 15% off any non-sale items. And without any further ado, let's dive in and check out Emar'rion Winston. Hey guys, so we are now looking at Emar'rion Winston from Oregon. And he is a guy that has played a good amount, about 500 snaps, 496 snaps of college football, and it was all P4 football at Oregon. So we're getting an experienced guy that has played against tough competition for Baylor here. We scroll down here, guys. Again, PFF grades. The grades are awesome. They tell you a bit of the story. But what I like is a lot of the data over here, right? What this data tells us, because it is important. And so what this data tells us is he has about a 20 total pressures on a total of 275 pass rushes. And what that would put us at is somewhere in the 7%. What is that? Let me pull out the calculator. So 20 divided by 275. So 7.27, so like 7.3% pass rush win rate, which is good. It's not amazing. It's like above average, probably somewhere in that range, which is weird because it seems like you look here, 275 of his snaps were pass rush and only 193 were run defense. But then you look at his stop percentage. So he has 11 stops on 193 run defense plays, which for an edge rusher, again, is not amazing, but it's above average too. So I think when I look at this, you're getting a balanced guy that is not a bad player in any part of his game, right? He can rush the passer. And I think when you look at that, he's deserving of being an every down guy. Where it seems like at Oregon, looking at the snap counts, he was in the rotation, but he was a rotational guy more than an every down guy. And I'm guessing that's why he's transferring out. He wants to go somewhere where he can make a bigger impact and be the full-time starter, or at least a guy that's heavily in the rotation and not like a substitute guy, which seems to be the case at Oregon. What I really like that stands out to me is a missed tackle percentage of only 9.1%. This past year and 0% the previous year. So looks like 3.6% missed tackle percentage throughout his career. And that's on 496 plays, guys. That is a lot of plays there to only have, a less than a handful of missed tackles. I think the story's kind of writing itself. I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on the guy in a minute here. Let's go ahead and let's do final thoughts now. Okay, guys, and now I'm going to give my final thoughts on Emar'rion Winston, what type of impact I think he'll have. Before I do so, please make sure you guys go ahead and smash that like button. Also, comment down below, what do you guys think about him? What type of impact do you expect him to make? Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so now and hit that notification bell so you always get alerted when we drop new videos. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So I was looking at Baylor's defense from last year. So their opponent yards per rush was 4.2 yards per rush, right smack dab in the middle, right in the middle of college football, number 59. And then opponent pass yards per game was 246.1, one of the worst in college football, landing at 100. So only like 20 or so teams worse than them against the pass. And sack percentage They were 5.28%, so 88th in the country there. I think what they're looking for is just a guy that can come in and help out overall on defense, right? Um, Emar'rion doesn't have a crazy amount of, he doesn't have any sacks, but he does have pressures. He does get back there and get in the quarterback's face. I think what he's going to bring for them is a guy that can help you out in the pass game, help you out in the run game, and be a solid every down type of edge. I think that's what the data reads to me, and it's off a good sample size. And a good chunk of that sample size was against the Big Ten, where, there's not all the teams are good, but there's some really good teams in the Big Ten. So I would say this: if you're a Baylor fan, you should feel pretty confident that you got a main rotation guy. I think his snap count is probably going to double. It's going to be somewhere in that 400 to 500 snaps this upcoming year, and he's going to be a guy that he'll get a chance to show what he can do as an every down player. And I think you're getting a good player, not an amazing player from what we've seen so far, but a motivated guy that wasn't able to, lock it in at Oregon for whatever reason. He's coming out to Baylor, P4. He's getting his shot against a lot of pass-happy offenses to get back there and make plays. So I'm excited to see what he does for Baylor, and I am expecting him to be a 400 to 500 snap guy for that Baylor defense next year. All right, guys, I am out of here. Smash that like button. Comment down below what you're thinking about him. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you always get alerts. I am out of here, and go Big 12.